Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Planet Zoo. Today we're going to be attempting to complete the Silver Challenge for the second tutorial mission. So without further ado, let's get things started.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Right, well I guess we'll extend this episode a little bit and do the next challenge, seeing as it seems to feed quite nicely in with the cutscene. Unlocked bare essentials, okay. Reward statue, giant panda made out of stone, and a bronze orangutan statue, okay. Right, so what were you wanting me to do next? Where's my objectives? Oh, right, locate the highlighted area. So where is this new area that we need to be headed to? I'm not seeing any highlighted area. What the heck? Oh, there it is.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell, so we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
Right, so... Is that not... Facilities... Research Centre... Research Centre... How do we rotate again? Z and left and right. Oops. Right, so... Will that fit there? It's red, so how the heck do I get fit inside of this existing building? Oh, it seems to be wanting to work there now. Right. Is that what you wanted? It's probably not connected to this path, is it?
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research. Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Right, where's the ring-tailed lemur? There it is. So I guess we just drag that there.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Right, so where are they located? Oh, just over here. Wow, absolutely packed. What the heck?
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Alright, let's see. We'll get this rotated around a little bit. And down at facilities. So many options. I'm guessing it doesn't matter what particular type I use. Education boards. Alright, grab that. I'll attach that to the handrail, I guess. We turn on a light to surface to make placing the boards easier. Right. Ah, that's better. Right, we'll plonk one there. Then we'll stick one right here.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Okay.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious.
Just a
When
bit.
you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
Right, so that's that one changed, and change that one.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests, so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Right, these have to go on the ground. It looks like a ground item, but I think you would put them on posts or something. There we go.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Right, so select that, and ring-tailed lemur. And ring-tailed lemur once again.
Fantastic. Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
Right, zoom.
Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well,
Right.
now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
Okay, let's close this off first. And zoom in on that pen. Find one of the little guys. And information panel. Is it environment? Enrichment? Maybe? I would have thought it was enrichment. Can I get another hint? Ah, right. This is probably what I'm looking for. Species food, species Brian, toy enrichment, the species. Huh. What? Can you say what you said again?
Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
Yep, I've done that. Right, right. That's their information panel.
Next, click on the Terrain tab.
Right, terrain tab, this one here.
Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Right, so I think we need less sand, okay. So we'll try adding a bit more grass in here, that fixes that issue. Now, navigable climbing area, it didn't really give me much guidance on the... Oh, never mind, habitat. Climbing. Doesn't matter what I put... Oh, wait, yep, there it is. I guess any of these will do. Let's stick one of those in somewhere. Will this automatically go down to ground level, I wonder? I don't want it floating. Put it over there just to be safe.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Right.
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab.
Okay.
There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering. So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Right, and where are they? Just over here. Not sure what I clicked there, but never mind.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agung, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list.
Right, is that him? Agung? I think she said it was Agang. Right, let's have a little hunt for him. He doesn't seem to be here. Is that him? Oh wait, there it was. We had on the right one all along. Daft bugger that I am. And let's release him.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Right, well, this episode...
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
Well, we're not going to right this moment, as we've used quite a lot of time for this episode, and so we're going to cut it short and leave the gold challenge for next time. So with that said, we'll see you guys next time.